Yeah, I miss her. Sorry.
In tonight's Murdertown, we're in Darlington. In Darlington in 1998, police were investigating the discovery of a human torso wrapped in a bin bag on this lane. They'd identified the victim as 32-year-old Julie Peterson, and now the hunt was on for her killer. Their breakthrough had come from a man called David Harker, who had been boasting about killing a woman to his friends. So police in the town made him their #1 suspect.
The evidence that Harker had a record of violence, that his friends had said he had told them that he'd murdered this girl, that he'd killed her, it was inevitable that the police would search his flat. The police gained entry to this flat and they went in and very quickly discovered that it was a murder scene. A police forensic officer said at the time that the basement resembled the climactic scene from Silence of the Lambs. It was absolutely appalling. There was blood everywhere, and it was just an absolute horror scene. They knew they had their man.
Harker was quickly arrested in the town, and police could now piece together the horrific details of what had gone on. Forensic reports confirmed that it was Julie who had been killed in that flat. And as police soon learned, Julie and Harker had become friends in the days before her death.
In April 1998, Julie Peterson, David Harker, they met up in a pub. Harker courted her over a few drinks, persuaded her to go back to his apartment. He found a pair of her tights just either behind the bed or on the bed and took it into his mind to strangle her. He cut off flesh from her thigh and cooked it, and he ate it with garlic, pasta and cheese. He then dragged the remains of her body down into the basement where he kept her for some time, maybe a week or two, and then disposed of her torso in a bin bag in a derelict garden nearby.
I always watched out for her and stuck up for her. Just I wasn't there on the last time. And I couldn't have been there, really. But that's haunted me ever since.
David Harker was now set to face justice.
When it came to trial, he wasn't charged with murder. He was charged with manslaughter on the grounds of diminished responsibility. He was given an indefinite jail term with a recommendation from the judge that he should not be allowed to be considered for parole for at least 14 years.
I always remember me and my dad sitting here, the judge over that way, and he was only there. Wanted so much to get over there and kill him. I did. But I had my family to think about, and I had a daughter and a son. So we just let it take its toll, and we were happy the way it ended up. Yeah, we got the right result in the end.
Manslaughter on the grounds of diminished responsibility is no less a charge or a crime than murder. Carries the same penalty, so I don't think there was any issue about that. I think people felt, well, he's locked away. It's not justice, maybe. I think, some people might have felt that there wasn't anything, that would be justice other than perhaps the death penalty for somebody like him. But it was as good as he was going to get.
In 1998, David Harker had finally been imprisoned for the murder of Julie Peterson. Although he'd been caught, the pain for her family continued. Parts of her body hadn't been found.
The police are mounting a major search for Julie's body parts. Looking in drains, looking in gardens, under undergrowth, in the parks, all the places round about where the bin bag was found. And one of the police officers said, we just need to do this in respect of Julie. We've got to try and find the pieces.